So, right, sort of.
Okay, so we're going to share the tool called the Style Session. Anybody heard that?
Yes.
The Style Show? Well, it is making it is all over the country doing great things in Premiere. I was a little hesitant when I first started looking at it because I had some stuff going on. But you know, I was able to clean out some brain space, and now I've implemented it into my business, and it's going gangbusters. And Mark has done the same, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah, it's going great.
No, I'm just up here for you.
I didn't want to talk over. You know, I've been praying about listening. I'm listening.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, so Mark and I are just going to kind of show you how the Style Session works, how you can implement that into your business very simply. And so I'm going to let him kind of tell you what he does at the front end with that hostess to get her prepared. And then we're going to jump into the show, and I'll kind of show you a little bit about the verbiage that I use within the show to kind of make the ladies comfortable as to why are we at a jewelry show when there's all these clothes here. Okay?
Okay.
So go ahead.
All right, so the first thing I like to do, you know, we all have hostesses that we said, hey, will you do a jewelry show for me? Will you do a jewelry show for me? So the Style Show is a little spin. You know, we call it an added value. It's kind of like if I was to say, I'm in the salon business, if I was to say, oh, let me cut your hair and then let me teach you about how to blow dry your hair. It's an added value. So the Style Show is a simple 1, 2, 3 formula that we all can do. In fact, they're going to prove it, how easy it is, by having y'all pick some numbers. And you were amazed by that, isn't that funny? So here's what the Style Show is. Like I said, it's an added value. You have your jewelry, but you show how your jewelry works with fashion. Because a lot of women are like, oh, I love the jewelry, but I don't know how to wear it. So what we use is we use a concept called the capsule wardrobe. And what you do is every season there's a list that comes out of what the season colors are. And you always see this in the magazines. And what it is this season, we do have, and I sent it to Tammy, so she'll put it on the page. A hot season for this color, and it makes you sound like an expert. All you're doing is reading off of a PDF. A hot season for this upcoming color is the army green. Another great color for this season is this blush oatmeal. And you're just going to see this a lot. Now, a lot of people always say, Mark, are you talking basics? Well, I'll be honest, basics are boring. And basics are your white, black, and gray. And white, black, and gray transcend every season. They worked 8 years ago. They're going to work in 8 years. But we're in the fashion industry, so we want to stick with what the season colors are. And talking about season colors makes us sound like an expert.
Right.
So what you do is you start with your capsule, and that's your part that's closest to your body. And you can pick different V-neck lines, and you ask your hostess to grab this from her closet. Before today, I sent a text message to Tammy, and I said, Tammy, I'm going to role play with you and pretend you're my hostess. So I said one thing, make sure all your guests are on time because we're doing something exciting. And the only fashion in this show is the fashion I'm going to teach you. There's no fashion in being fashionably late. It's just when you really start doing a show that has a lot of technology into it, you need them to be there early. You need to be there on time. You have to stress that. So what you do is I sent Tammy the colors for the season, and she'll post it on the website. And I said, pull your clothes, and then go ahead and pull your fashion accessories, which are going to be your cardigans, your dusters, your denim jackets. You know, exactly this kind of stuff. Your outer product. So you have your inner product, your outer product, and then you have your jewelry. And it's a simple 1, 2, 3 step formula that really adds an exciting component to your jewelry show. And when you show jewelry, if you show in collections like your silver, your gold, your boho, you can make outfits with it. But here's how simple it is. So do y'all get this? Y'all understand?
Well, when I'm at a show, what I would do too is I don't stick with the colors of the season, okay? You can bring that stuff into your show and just say, okay, everybody, here are some tips for the season, and there are cute little things that you can print out and so forth with the styles, the colors, the trendy new things. You can do that, and it makes you look like you have that extra something that they want to hear. Now, I'm going to step aside, and I'm going to be the regular, everyday lady at that house. And she's cleaning, and she's getting ready. She's all excited about this, and she's got this closet slap full of clothes. So I go tell her, I need you to just go pull 5 or 6 neutral tops out of your closet. And so then they'll get the neutral pieces. So if you say something like that, neutral, they're going to think, okay, neutral matches everything. So they can just grab those neutral pieces. And then I'll say, I want you to grab some layering pieces. And they don't even know what that means sometimes. So I'll say, grab a jacket or a cardigan, a duster, a sweater, a scarf. Those type things are those fashion accessories, like you said, that are going to be the layering piece. And then I'll say, so when I get there, what we're going to do is take your clothes and we're going to show the ladies how to get a pulled together look to simplify their life yet elevate their style at the same time.
And it's quick, it's 10 minutes.
Right.
Because a lot of, sorry, go ahead. Now, a lot of women have a pile of clean clothes in their bathroom because you put clothes on, you don't like it, you take it off, you throw it on the floor. You put clothes on, you take it off, you don't like it, you throw it on the floor. So as jewelers, we can actually give them a solution to this problem. Now, I'll be honest, this is for when you're getting dressed every day. You know, if you're going to spend an hour putting on your makeup, you know, that your anniversary or whatever, you know, this is for every day, Monday through Friday, on the weekends. This way we can take the guesswork out. And do you want to go ahead and you want to put an outfit together?
Yeah, so what I would do is I would go to my ladies and I'll say at the introduction of my show, ladies, this is Pam's closet. Pam was my show on Friday. This is Pam's closet, okay? And if they don't have things, bring some pieces, but you need to know that before you go in, okay? Know that before you go in. So, ladies, this is Pam's closet, and so what I'm going to show you is how to get dressed as easy as 1, 2, 3. And so our first step is to always have our neutrals, okay? We can work with our neutrals. So I'm just going to grab a neutral piece, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find something nice to layer with, okay? So we're going to take this very simple top, I'm going to throw a layer on it. And so let's say I just grab this. And you can see, just like this, putting that layer on there, it changed up the look, just like that, right?
It looks a little better, doesn't it?
And then I'll say, now ladies, okay, so you've gotten yourself 1, 2 done, right? But think of yourselves like cupcakes, okay? And some of us like a little tiny bit of frosting on the top, and some of us like a bunch of it, okay? But no matter what, you gotta have frosting on your cupcake, right?
Or it's a muffin. Or it's a muffin, yeah.
Or what is it? What do you have if you don't have frosting on your cupcake? It's a muffin. And we don't want to look like a muffin. So the ladies are loving that verbiage. It's just funny. And that's, you're bringing humor to your show. So I'll say, now we have to give her some icing. So I'll just grab some jewelry. And so what I do is I'll have my collections ready to go. I can certainly see her clothes and see what I'm working with. But I try to work off of some simple pieces, some really jazzy kind of glam glitz pieces, and then I'll do something maybe that she likes more in the boho. So you're showing 3 different styles of jewelry with the same clothing that she has, and you can show how it will totally change it up. So I would, you know, maybe put this necklace on and show how awesome that looks, but then I would turn around and go over here and do something a little simpler and give her that option as well, and just show her like, wow, look at the difference that made. And well, maybe we'll just do this right here. We'll just get us a different layering piece, and you can see how you can go back into your closet, grab something different, and completely change your look. And then let's go ahead and do the jean jacket. And you see the difference in the look, okay? Grab a big bold statement. It's not even about how much jewelry can you show with it. It's showing the difference when you put a necklace on there, the statement necklaces, how it's changing the look from just adding that and a different layer on a neutral piece. Something very basic, and say, okay, y'all, this $5 shirt from Walmart and my denim jacket that I've had for 15 years, look how fabulous. I just revamped my closet.
And I often remind them in a show, when I'm doing a style show, is a lot of y'all, you stop here. How many of y'all stop here? I mean, I'll be honest, how many of y'all stop here? Does it take any effort to put a denim jacket on? 0 effort. Does it take any effort then to take a piece of jewelry and put that on? No effort. Less than 10 minutes. And it's, you know, I'll be honest with you, style, much like being a successful business, and much like doing anything in life, it's a choice. And I want you to know that I can give you the choice to look stylish. And with Premier Jewelry, you know, I'm always in a commercial, you know, with Premier Jewelry, the choice is easy. So I always like to let them know, y'all have the choice. I mean, if you just want to look like this, you know, by all means, you know, do it. But like I said, with the simple 1, 2, 3 step formula, you can live life stylish. And you know, how often have we just let things pass by our lives?
Right.
You know, we're in I don't know how old we all are, but I'm going to assume we're all like 40, 50, 60, somewhere between there. And it's about time that we are in charge of our lives. We design where we want our lives to go, and we be stylish doing it. So it really gives
like 20.
Nikki's laughing.
I'm 22.
Oh, you're 22. But yeah, so do that. So anyway, and it's so easy. A lot of y'all are like, oh, what do I mix? What do I mix with what? How many of y'all would struggle with putting something together? Okay, you would. Good. I love this. Okay, this is how easy it is. Pick a number between 1 through 5. 4. Pick a number between 1 through 5.
3.
Okay, pick a number between 1 through 5.
1.
Okay, so your number was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't worry about that. What was your number?
3.
3. What's the third piece? Okay. And Miss Wow, what was your number?
1.
1. Okay, so I picked something from this first tray. I'm going to pick Cape Cod. And like magic, it will always work. I kid you not. Pick another number. 1 through 5.
4.
4. That's the same one that you picked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can't do that.
2.
2. Okay. So number 2,
Hold
which
on,
is
it was this one.
okay.
This
So
was 2.
number 2. Candy, pick a number.
5.
5. Now I want you to try to mess me up. So what's the 5th one? You know, denim jackets are so easy. Okay, I want somebody to pick something hard. Can you pick a number for me? 1 through 5. 3. So I look at my jewelry tray, and I go 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of like in this area. And I'm going to pick new neutral.
Nice.
Okay, y'all, you can do this. That's the beauty of the capsule. Listen, I will give you, if this was my TV show, I would say, I'll give you a free pair of earrings if you can stump me. And honestly, I mean, they'll work hard. They'll try to pull this thing. But, you know, I kind of game the system.
Okay, y'all, let me show you the one.
That would look good with anything.
Yeah.
That would go with any of those shirts.
Hold up a second. I want you to see this look that I did the numbers and
And put Blanco.
Yeah.
Boom!
because I was like, what have you thought about?
Yeah, come on. That's awesome.
And, you know, this is where you sell the versatility. Y'all love that? You know, let's talk about cost per wear. If I say that, you know, you buy something that's $20 and you can wear it 2 different ways, it's really only $10. Well, guess what? In the words of Candy, boom, shake that. You have one necklace that you purchase and now you can wear it 2 ways. Added value. So.
So there's a whole lot
Go
of
ahead, go
style
ahead.
show, you like tell them to pick 5 neutral shirts usually.
Yeah, their clothes work a lot better than mine.
Yeah, I'll say like I'll say pick 5 or 6 neutrals, then pick about the same amount of layering pieces. Because when you get there, you want to know what you're working with because not all of it's exactly what you want. And so you'll kind of pick and choose for yourself so you know that you've got the working parts.
To keep it short and concise still, do you just not use all of it?
I don't use all of it.
You just kind of use what works?
It's just there as a palette. You pick 3.
Okay.
And if you really want to scare them, you can say, you better have it pulled or I'm coming in your closet.
Yeah. Now, see, I have to have them have it pulled because it would just be a little odd.
So how do you,
like, as
how do you make that happen?
So how do I make it happen? You know, that's a good question. I really love that. And this is something that I prayed about being intentional in my business and really being bossy, is I will tell you exactly what to do, and I tell it to you 3 times. Listen, I honestly forgot your name. I'm sorry.
Brooke. It's okay.
Brooke, what I need you to do is I need you to have your clothes for me in the living room, and I need you to tell your guests they need to be there on time. Next time I talk to you, Brooke, when I get there, make sure you have your 3 neutrals. I mean, you know, I just really.
Would anybody say no to him?
Love it. I love it.
I'm just bossy. You know, you have to be.
So you do it
pleasantly
on
bossy. Straightforward.
On the phone.
We're from New York, right? Yeah. Yonkers. Okay.
We call that sweet but assertive.
Sweet but assertive.
Assertive but sweet. That's what I've been told.
And you know, a lot of times my hostesses, I'll tell them to post stuff like, listen, the only thing that's going to be fashionable is my jewelry. Don't have anyone be fashionable late. A lot of times I'll do an on-time drawing or something. She skips over that. She'll say, oh, Mark's going to show us some fashion. It's going to be really exciting. She'll skip over that, and I'll go right in underneath her post and be like, there's an on-time drawing. It's only for those of you who are on time. Because you have to understand, hostesses are like, they want them to be friends. Like, they don't want to be bossy, I guess.
Right.
You're better at this than I am.
No,
you know,
well,
words,
it's just longevity. But no, I mean, I think it's important that we are bringing them something, okay? Y'all, they are inviting us in to give them something of value. They don't want us to just show up and be kind of, you know, la-di-da. Look, this is our business. We're supposed to assert ourselves. We're supposed to coach them. We are supposed to do these things, and don't feel like you're being offensive because it's your job. And they've said, yes, come and do it. And so allowing, you know, us to bring all this to them and give that to them, I tell you what, my business is turning around in a different direction with this new style thing. The ladies are absolutely loving it. I had 2 shows on Friday. One was a fundraiser, and then the other one was another show that she tried twice to cancel, and I convinced her not to. Well, that show had 5 bookings. 5. I haven't booked that many in a long time. I did not offer one thing. Okay?
Free jewelry.
No, and new fashion thing. Like,
there were
it's
no
so exciting.
other incentives. I did not have to beg people. They all wanted on the calendar. Okay? And so between that day, I had 7 people book on my calendar. Did no special offerings. Okay? Because what they saw was like, wow, I even had a lady, because the verbiage that I used in the event, she came because she was curious, and she said, I don't know how to get that pulled together look. And she saw I was wearing this that day. And in fact, I had gone to the grocery store the other day, and I had posted a little video. I don't know how many of you saw it.
Video.
But you saw my video? But it was actually a gray shirt, and it was a gray shirt and jeans, and I was so like, I'm going to Walmart. You know how you feel when you go to Walmart. Okay, you just want to be a bum, you know? But I thought, now I can pull myself together. So I went in my closet and I grabbed this little piece, right? And all of a sudden I'm feeling better. What did I do? I just put on a cute little layer, right?
Treasure trove, my favorite.
Okay, so we'll just throw this on. This is not what I used. Obviously, I used Psalms. But I just threw that on there, and what did I do? I added 2 little things. I feel good about myself. I'm looking fabulous. And when you feel good about yourself, it comes out.
Amen.
And it draws people to you, right, Joanne?
Yes.
See, it draws people to you. So I was still comfy going to Walmart, but I looked good while I was.
Well, you know, there's a whole new fashion, right? It's that, like, athleisure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
But I will tell y'all.
That doesn't mean pajamas.
No.
Y'all, this
Cute athletic
thing
wear.
right here, we talking $10? $10 at Walmart.
Yep.
Okay, y'all. So you can do that. You can find these things. But that lady that came to my show, she was just dressed very casually, and she said, I love stuff like that, but I'm just so tall, I don't think I can wear it. Well, she put that thing on, and she put this little necklace right on, and she was lit up.
And to let you know, this is where I also do my fashion piece, where I talk about, you know, if I do treasure trove, which I just like this piece, it's my style. I talk about how you can use the clip it. I talk about how it has the double lobster claws. And I'll be like, you know, man, can you do me a favor? Can you hold this up for me in the show? And then that's when I'll do the, you know, the part where, you know, we know this stuff where we sell our jewelry. We talk about how we can do the buttress style where you put a lobster claw there, you put a lobster claw here. Now you have 2 different ways to wear your necklace.
Judy, can you stand up? Just we've got.
So I'll use, this is where I do my fashion on, is on these hangers. And if I need somebody to hold it, I'll use like I asked for Judy. And I'll use, you know, or I use my hostess or whatnot. But this is where you show the versatility of Premier, because, you know, the versatility is, I think, is what sells it. You know, where I took Blanca and I flipped it around, and I, you know, boom shanka, and I flipped it around.
So do y'all like the whole new style session though?
Yeah.
Who's gonna just do it and implement it?
A question.
Yeah,
Yes,
Okay,
okay.
so you don't need a mannequin anymore?
You don't need a mannequin, I
So
don't.
you just pretty much go with the coach.
It's on a hanger,
Yeah.
and you can have somebody else, you know, to help you hold it if you want.
You can put it, if they have a mantle, do it on a
Right.
mantle.
Now, just to
If
be-
they don't, you can bring in a kitchen chair and lay it over the chair. I've done that before.
Yep.
I don't know, any other suggestions on the logistics?
You just work it out, whatever
Bring
you
it
have. I've just laid
Have
it
you
on a
done it?
chair or a couch
I've
next to
done
me, or
myself.
this.
You know, I've used myself. I'll wear a specific, you know, top, pants, and then I'll just switch out the entire jewelry set
Right.
and the layers. And
I
it's
have
kind
done
of
that
cool
as
because
well.
sometimes I'll even, they think it's funny, sometimes I'll even switch out my shoes and stuff, and I'll just say, you know, I just went from boho to, you know, you know, classic or this, and with just using these different pieces.
Yeah, so if you're not
I'll just
comfortable
take
with
off the
getting
outer
in
layers.
somebody's clothes yet and working from that point, you can certainly work off of yourself. That's kind of what I was using before I went full force. I would bring my clothes and just kind of mix and match and show what you can do. People were getting a lot out of that, and now stepping into the next part of it, I've gotten comfortable with the verbiage. I've gotten comfortable with what we're trying to portray and sell to these ladies, that value side. You've got to get comfortable with what you're doing to be able to bring it across. But now that I'm in, the ladies like it when you're using their clothes, because I've been doing it where I haven't worn that in years. Oh my gosh, how cute that is. You know, you're bringing life back to their closet, and it gets them excited. Then they can focus on buying that rather than buying clothes to just fill up their closet. So.
Yeah, and I'm doing like the pre-party, you know, I do like the pre-party post on my Facebook events, because pretty much, unless they just flat out refuse, they all have a Facebook event on top of their text and different things. And so I do like they call, like, different people are calling it different things, like the pre-mixer, the pre-mix and mingle, where they're seeing some of this excitement and some of these different things. And that's why that lady came to yours, because she was like, what? I want to know about that. So it's just doing that. And one other thing I was thinking when y'all were talking about getting people there was being able to, if you've been around for a while and you've been doing a basic jewelry show, you tell your hostess, if she's got her regulars, tell them they need to be there on time, because you have something new and fresh that's not your same basic jewelry show. So no rolling in at the end just to place an order.
Right, right. Yep. So that's the end for our style show. Hope y'all like that. Another great show we have, we're going to let Brooke come up here and shine on how we can get our ladies excited and get them on board.
Can I just ask one question? Mark, when did you do,
You've done this, when did you do a booking activity?
Okay, so can I just, 2 minutes. So what I do is I do the fashion show, you know, pick a number, you know, I do what I just did. And I'll make sure I show a good amount of jewelry, usually a silver, a gold, a boho, enough to where, you know, one thing that somebody taught me is you always want to lead on the way up. You know what I mean? Like, someone taught me, you know, Nixon left off is on the way up. He didn't get impeached yet. So you want to make sure you cut them off. You want to make sure you cut them off as they're still wanting more. So then what I do is, how awesome is that? Well, you know, my average hostess gets a tray full of jewelry. And this is about 6 pieces. Then I do my booking with boxes, Diva did, Diva didn't. Close that off. I do my call to action with my mini purses, y'all know that, right? And then I do my luggage tag, which is my sponge activity. So it just rolls right into it. So.
Love that. That was awesome. Y'all, thank you for coming and sharing that. Some really good ideas. I've been doing this for 12 years, and way back when, do y'all ever watch What Not to Wear? Yeah. Okay. Totally missed.
What not to wear.
What Not to Wear. So before a style show was a thing, because I was so addicted to that show, I was trying, and I knew nothing about fashion, trying to take some of that, and some of my best shows were the ones that were smaller. And so back then, since it wasn't a thing, I would just kind of, for my smaller shows, I would tell my hostess, well, go grab a couple of things from your closet. We'll just hang around the table, and we'll play with the jewelry and put some outfits together for you. And those are the ones that she likes. This is an awesome thing that does work very, very well. And if you're not sure about this, I mean, you saw how easy and simple they made it. Y'all, if you're not on Pinterest, since What Not to Wear is not there anymore, that's a great resource. If it's just not your forte and you need that visual, that's a great way that you can kind of keep up with trends. So, all right, well, we are going to move on to sponsoring. With all of the exciting things that are coming at Rally, and honestly, none of us know what those are. We just have a good idea. So with all of those, we're going to talk about sponsoring, because what I hear is that if you're a jeweler now, you're going to be really jealous that you're not going to get to be a new jeweler in August, because it's going to be the time to be, because they're really going to up that value factor for all of our new jewelers. Okay, so I want you guys to feel very good and very comfortable with sponsoring. It's something that I love. It's just kind of second nature to me, because I truly, one big thing with sponsoring, you got to believe it. Like, you just have to believe in Premier. I mean, whether, you know, Jimmy's my other sister-in-law. She's been new in Premier, I don't know, 5 years maybe. And when she came in, she was super shy, super nervous. You guys that know April, she doesn't do a ton of jewelry shows because she's the breadwinner for her family. She works really, you know, full-time job, but she did need it for extra income and money, but the value factor that it brought to her life, it has changed her into a much more confident woman. She just smiles, she shines bright, she's just the confidence that it has given her. So even if you're not working it full time, even if you've got to believe it, like you've got to know what that value has brought to your life or someone else's, because you really can bless and change a life, no matter how they use it for you. So, the first thing, all right, I want y'all to listen. Do y'all hear music? You might hear my head. All right, does anyone hear country? Yeah. Totally. Does anybody hear the rap? No one hears that? Am I crazy? She says I'm crazy. I like that. I'm very honest. Okay. What do y'all hear? I don't know what
Talk radio?
Talk radio. Okay. What do y'all hear? Static. Static.
Good song.
Alright. So my point with that illustration, in this room, the radio waves are there. Right? The country music, it's there. The awful, boring talk radio that my husband loves, it's there. The rap, the pop, it's all there. We have to have something, a tool, to tune us in so that we can actually hear it, right? All right, so it wasn't crazy, we just weren't tuned in. So the big thing with sponsoring is you have got to tune in. And a lot of people, I know when I was brand new, we had a 3-year-old, a 6-month-old. I just wanted to be home. He was a teacher, like not a teacher with a doctorate like he is now, like just a plain teacher, like the teachers don't get paid much kind of teacher. So we were really struggling, and I knew, because Holly was a really good friend of mine for so long, and I knew how much she was making, but I also knew she'd sponsored a lot because she'd been in longer. So I was like, immediately, how can I do that? How can I do that? Like, nobody's interested. And she was like, well, are you really listening? Are you really tuning in at your jewelry shows? And that is a huge thing with sponsoring, is really tuning in. And y'all are thinking, well, what does she mean by that? So a big thing, like when you're setting up your jewelry, however you do it, when you're setting up, if your hostess comes over, or even when you're cleaning up, if someone says, can I help you? Don't say no. I tend to say no because I'm a control freak. Say sure. Because sometimes they want to help you because they want to get your ear one-on-one. Okay? If they say, how much is all that? Is that yours? That's what Candy said when she walked in. Where's Candy?
Right here.
So Candy walks in my jewelry show. I'm like brand new jeweler. She comes walking in. She's like, girl, how much is all that?